I picked up some books from the library, and I always talk about using the local library as a great resource for reading manga and graphic novels. A lot of times they'll have graphic novels that were maybe published 10 years ago. They still have them in stock. Things that you want to read besides mainstream stuff. They have a lot of independent work. I've read everything from Joe Sacco to Ozma Tezuka. Oh God, I can't even imagine all the stuff. Chris Ware, Adrian Tomina. I've read so much through the library. I can just go on and on. And it's a great resource. You're paying for it with your tax dollars. And the more you use your local library, the more funding they can ask for because people are actually checking out books. So anyway, these are 3 books that I picked up. The first one is Lost Boy. The written and drawn and colored by J. Martin and lettered. I'm going to apologize, Sir Frank Chetkovic. This is the first graphic novel by J. Martin. J. Martin is a music video director. Worked with major acts, Shawn Mendes, Kelly Clarkson, a lot of other people. And this is, and you can see he has pretty good artistic talent. Like he can draw, but you can see where in the storytelling, where his directing capabilities come into play and how he sees things, because the storytelling is great. This is a story about boy and his dad. They have an accident. They are stuck in the mountains where it's cold, and the boy is basically a coming of age story, but it's also a survival story. Just really great storytelling, great art. You really don't need to know what's going on as far as being told what's going on, just by the storytelling, which is something that I always enjoy. I read it this morning. I actually like this book quite a bit, and I'm looking forward to reading his next graphic novel, Yellow. But this is a really good book. Just really interesting art style. I dig it a lot. It looks maybe something that you would see like in a Boom book, but it's a cut above. And the story is pretty good. The next book is The Talk by Darren Bell. I became aware of this book because Learning the Canon talked about it since it was being solicited this month in previews. And I think they're probably soliciting a paperback version. This is the hardcover version. The Talk is about that talk that all Black parents have, at least in America, when they have to tell their kids that as Black Americans, they are not considered equal by a lot of people. A lot of parents will have problems if they play with their white or other minority children. The cops will treat you differently. Institutions will treat you differently. So this is a book about that. So I'm really looking forward to reading this. And lastly, Scoop Scuttle and his pals, the Crackpot Comics of Basil Wolverton. Basil Wolverton is somebody that keeps being referred to over and over again by 2 cartoonists that I really admire, Glenn Head and Noah Van Sciver. So I decided to start reading some of Basil Wolverton's books. And I know that he's famous for Space Hawk in the 40s, and he's famous for his caricatures, especially from Mad Magazine. But this is a book that came out from Fantagraphics, I think 2020, 2021. And it's a collection. Looks like it's just like fun comics they did, or like, you know, like comedy kind of strips. Really well produced. This, you know, Fantagraphics does a great job cleaning up these old comics and making them look really good. Great paper, great color, great production values. Love this kind of crazy art. And looking forward to this. And looking forward to getting some additional Basil Wolverton from the library that's on its way to me. So that's it. Got these. Again, as I occasionally will say this, use your local library as a resource. They have books that you want to read. They'll have, besides other media. But as I said, the more you use them, the more funding they could justify. And we need libraries, especially this day and age, where people just want to make books inaccessible for free. You need this resource. Anyway, thanks and have a good day.